fundamental people. We are the nation building people. Where are we? So when I started this many years back, I did not know that one day civil engineering will be going down. But I believe this even 500 students, 400 plus students joining me online. And I told them how Burj Khalifa was built, how 163-story building was built, how we are contributing. You come to Malaysia, land in the airport, you go to Kuala Lumpur, 50, 60 kilometers, you will feel like you are flying, you are traveling on the road, but you will feel you are flying. The roads development, infrastructure development. You go to washroom or the daily toilet, 24 hours maintenance. Public toilets, I'm talking about the public toilets. Why? Because we people, not only build, we need to have a maintenance. 24 hours you will see cleaners coming and washing the toilets clean. It's a public toilet I'm talking about. All over Malaysia, Singapore, you go to Singapore. Why? That is what I know our country to be developing. It means not only construction, maintenance and stewardship. Stewardship, you need to allocate certain funding towards maintenance. How person? Any building, hey, what happens after 50 years? Lifespan. Any building according to Euro code or Indian code, IS, there is a lifespan of the building, 50 years or 100 years or 70 years. You need to ensure your having stewardship, this money, resources, and people. So when I do this kind of people, students come online, we give them this awards in engineering. I know after the 400 students, at least 10 students join civil engineering, I am successful. Because this is what we need to do the younger generation. So also last year, they think artificial intelligence only meant for IT people. No, I tell AI and circular economic civil engineering. Last year, so we invited students all over Malaysia. They joined online and we showed them our research, innovation, and how we had 450 participants and from all states. So the other year, 2023, we had 408 participants. So this is very important for us. We give them the price. In 500 ringgit Malaysia, 10,000 rupees. 10,000 rupees for the students to give the price and so on. And we go to primary school. Primary means standard 1 to standard 5 in India, but in Malaysia, standard 1 to standard 6. 6 years they have to do primary. Then another 7 years they have to do in this 13 years probably they have to study. In 13 years they join at the age of 7. At the age of 7 they join the school. At the age of 20 only they leave the school. It's almost 19 years. So we go to primary school. You see this picture shows how much these students have developed the souvenir that they hold in hands. Just today, Professor our principal vice chancellor was telling about how the setting time, setting time. I don't know, Professor DC or other speaker, morning school, setting time. This one sets in few minutes. The students themselves did it, and it was set already. They have done it. This is called cement-free concrete. We have cement-free. All my students, he's from Telangana, state of Telangana. She's from mainland China. This is Malaysian. All students, undergraduate, postgraduate. This is China student. This is China student. This is Indian student. They all come to help me. I go to school. I invite them. They come. Why do we do it? I tell them these are the pillar of the nation. They are going to build a nation, Malaysia. Let us go to them. They are very poor students, means financially. We tell them, we cannot sit in an academic room and just watch. We have to go to them. I take them. So I tell SRMUH here, head of the department of those who are here, please, you IIT, when you finish your PhD, you are in the university, go to the poor school, somewhere in a remote village, take your materials, infuse the interest. What do we do then with them? We bring a superclass dispenser, SP, with us, and ask them, okay, which water with the cement, which SP with the cement. You see, 10 ml of SP, superclass dispenser, 100 ml of water, see the magic. Without SP, I tell them, hey, Burj Khalifa was built just because of SP. Something like that. So we infuse the civil engineering interest. So we connect many activities. All my students come. This student is now in Bangalore, so he's one of the most vibrant student. Dr. Karthik, he finished his PhD. He helped me in any exhibition I go down to, he used to help me. So this is how we develop the students' mindset. So even our university in Malaya, we have a student of undergraduates, almost 20,000, postgraduate 20,000. It is very miraculous. You don't get a postgraduate student. We have 20,000 postgraduate students. Nearly 20,000. These two postgraduate. Local students, international students, we have around 80 countries, students from 80 countries coming. So student exchange are allowed to do that. Please come. I took my students last week to Jakarta. This is Jakarta. I took my students, 24 students, with me to Jakarta. We visited 2 universities in Jakarta. Not Jakarta, Yogyakarta. There's another place of Jakarta, not Jakarta. It's called Yogyakarta. So we had even they had a nice time there. My students did this all art. They call batik. In the batik, it's called cloth lining. So they did a very enjoyable trip for my students. These students come from France. Every year I get students. Since 2018, I was in Paris. I was giving a lecture like this. Students got fascinated. Oh, sir, I brought some materials with me. They saw the materials. Sir, you are doing so much. This is character. Started from 18, 19, 20 Corona, they could come 21, 22, 23, 24, they started coming. Every year, I get students from France. So they have the ready structure lab or they learn something new. This is from VIT student. I went to VIT chat. This student came back. Sir, I want to do so work. I told him, don't warm up the chair. Do not warm up the chair. You know what is warming up the chair? Now we are all warming up the chair. I tell him, this is your place. So he told me, he's a Maharashtra Kodani, he's from Madhya Pradesh. He told me, sir, I came here, I could do many works here with a short period of time. Thank you. That's what we need. They have to do thank you. So this one from Gujarat, some students visited us. We take them, anybody coming to our place, we welcome them saying that this one student came from, exchange student from France. This is another batch. Then this from Chennai, they call KCG College of Technology, Chennai. They came. I also went to give a lecture. Then immediately they told, sir, we want to come. Then it's not easy to bring them, it's too much of work. So I tell them, no, don't sit in the lab room, go to the laboratory. Do something for your future. So this is how you can see some of the teachers here. They are doing the lab work on a regular basis. And even they give the lectures, I tell them, share your knowledge. Every week or bi-weekly or weekly, we will have this room is made for us. Our students, post-graduate students, undergraduate students, who are underneath, they will come and share the knowledge. Compulsory. They are developing communication skill, technical knowledge. See, for instance, Dr. Mohan Raj, Dr. So we are HOD. Let's say, when he shares knowledge, I need to know. Just now I spoken to ex-mobile engineers from Bangalore. I was listening to them. Something came to me. Dr. Krishna, he is not a civil engineer, but he talked about something on his research or this impacts me. That's called knowledge sharing. I just heard from he's going to be Dr. Sundar from IIT. So he spoke something I got fascinated. Exchange of knowledge, compulsory, everybody. Lifelong learning. Nobody is blessed. Everybody is a learner. So I believe in that. So we get a lot of people, and publication is very important. See, we need to publish. Some people call publish and text. Some people in some cases. See, I went through this journal, Civil and Corporate Research. This is the #1 journal in the world, civil engineering. Civil and Corporate Research. So when I went through the journal profile, you can see this is #1 out of 92 journals. It is under the construction and building technology, #1, with a high impact factor. And you know what? You look at this, who's publishing? Who is this? How many journals are here? US. See, they are contributing. They are contributing to the world. But they are getting the names. They are getting the names. Where are we? You look at the next slide. Sorry. Okay, if you look at this, we are here, island here. See how many we are contributing? So unclear, I apologize. Compare, we are so same population or we are one population. We are growing population. But so this is the #1 journal in the world. I'm talking about civil engineering. So we need to publish. And I asked AI, artificial intelligence, ChatGPT. I asked compare India and China. It gave me it did not give me the number. I asked statistics. It doesn't give me statistics. I know it cannot give the statistics. But it gave me over 1,000 per year. I decided pay to China. Here nothing. So 5-fold increase between 2009 and 21 China. We are consistent growth, but not statistics to show. these are all some of the we need to excel in research. Research excellence is very, very important. Unless we do these aspects, what you see, they are excellent. Of course, we can take heart because we are international collaboration with the US. Quite good, quite good. But still, we need to work with European countries, East Asia, like Singapore, Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia. You need to work with Malaysia. We need to work with many close countries. The international collaborator, we work with a quite number of industries, and you can see here quite number of, I wrote all, but some of the universities and the industry we work with. It's very important. This company helped us to construct the first cement-free house in Malaysia. You can see construction is the number one construction company in Paris. So when I went to Paris, they received me with a car. So I said, hey, I cannot connect to internet. They said, no, just look at your car on the top, you just press the button, you can connect. It's a Mercedes Benz, they are all connected with the Wi-Fi. I talked many years back. At that time, that was not very much. So they are the people, they respect you. So when I went to guys, we signed a MOU with MOA, we call it MOA with them, then they paid us the money, we call it MOA, agreement. They paid the money for us. So we built the first cement-free. Also, for students' sake, all these 10 universities in Malaysia, private and public, we are having an institution of civil engineering student chapters. I am the advisor for these chapters. We regularly meet together, sharing knowledge, inviting other chapter students to come to our place or we go there. We share knowledge. This is very important. So I will not go. I will just show you 5 minutes because I'm left with 5 minutes. I know today is not a good day, but morning we had a good session of inauguration. I will go through some of the information. I'm not going through all this because no time. What I'm sharing is the construction of this one. Is it? Job polymer is a very, very important area today, and this is the mechanism as developed by Professor David Ovis. And all we need is ash with activator, and you get a zero light. That's it. So using this any siliceous or alumina material with the silica, alumina, calcium, or sodium, potassium oxide, we will add all the activators of water. In the case of cement, OPC, you add just water. OPC with the water, this is the activator. Water is the activator. In the case of geopolymer company, we need ashes, but we need activator, not water. So here you see there are so many mechanisms. We have developed all these things. Because today, only problem with the geopolymer, one of the problems with geopolymer company is the cost of major cost involved with the activator. Alkaline solution means sodium silicate, sodium hydroxide. Hydroxide is cheaper, but sodium silicate is expensive. So what we do is we develop our own indigenous homemade. This is a homemade. From rice husk, we burn it, naturalize it, we get whitish powder. This is silica. This silica is amorphous, you can see good amorphous. Either 800 or 500 Celsius, we can make this one. Even my student now, moderate silica sources, like we have POCP, EPP, and so on, that these materials don't have time to go through. So we develop homemade silica. Homemade. So what she does is the hydrothermal method. There is a method called, this method is called thermochemical method. This is the one method without water. But this method, we need to add water. We call hydrothermal. Hydro means water. So hydrothermal method, heat it, then we get a silica. So this is what my student did. I'm not going to all. So what we have materials here. These materials are ground and they are going through certain process in the stirrer. After stirring, they get that silica. Then we use it. So we develop geopolymer hollow blocks, which is not easy work, but we managed to get the geopolymer hollow block. Initially, we failed. It became like materials which is not bonded together. And later on, we managed to get the hollow blocks. It's geopolymer without cement. No, I'm not going to all say. Initially, we failed, but we managed to get the hollow blocks without any cement, 100% cement-free material. Even the aggregates, sand, all non-conventional. Instead of river sand or mining sand, we used manufactured sand. Manufactured sand is nothing but a polyester. Then we also use the ashes, not the conventional materials, no cement at all. Then aggregates, small chips, we use non-conventional. That's how we build. And this one, we also build this one. No time to go through all. I will run. Just I will show this one. Say, we were challenged by our deputy vice chancellor. Can you build a house for using your material? So first cement-free house in Malaysia. We took the challenge. Then the finance, we did our finance. That's where the company Vansi or Vinci Construction came. They provided the finance. We constructed the first cement-free house in Malaysia. So these are all under the patent. So I'm not sharing all the data. So just but we used all these materials, some of these materials, and we found the compressive strength of the concrete in the wall panel. We got around 40 megapascal, which our target was 30, but we got 40 megapascal even for the beam and column. It's a single story building, and out of that, we managed to get 12 megapascal. This is the 12 megapascal. It's more than sufficient. This is a load bearing. Actually, we don't want load bearing, non-load bearing, but we managed to get load bearing capacity. This is all over. So we were asked to build because there are 30 over buses parked here. These bus drivers, sitting in this cabin, steel cabin, which is construction cabin. We removed it and we built this house here in this place. And the place is very, very shallow and no bearing capacity at all. So we need to put some kind of piling work. And this is the block and brick we manufacture in our laboratory, in our own lab. In our own lab, my students help me. This is designed by my student. This is conventional type without cement. This is the different type my student designed it. This is the wall panel we develop in the laboratory, and we build columns by geopolymer, beams by geopolymer, and all the wall panel geopolymer. All this we constructed, and this is how I have all the construction. You have to be very careful with the safety. All this they have to wear a hand glove and helmet. Every construction worker has to have a safety boot, compulsory. So this is small construction, nevertheless we ensure. This is me monitoring this myself. When we always regularly, my students always. This is the hollow block, interior wall, external wall, we use the wall block, and we construct this is the interior, two types of wall blocks we used it, and this is even the pavement outside, we use recycled plastic. This is the recycled plastic, you can see recycled plastic. So this is a recycled plastic we use for pavement, all the pavement. This house we handed over to the bus drivers, and they are very happy. They are sitting inside today. This is the inauguration by the French. And so with that, I would like to, this is the inauguration. I know your stomach is calling for lunch. So I say thank you very much. And I would like to, looking forward to collaborating with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Johnson, sir, for your valuable talk. The participants are interested in handling the PPT members. We will have your PPT. And after some PPT, we join the lunch. Like for next. Sorry. So, yes. So,
yeah, I finished very fast. Express.
Yes. So please,
I'm sorry for that.
Sorry, if you have any questions, please.
see, I was very impressed by you gave the professional engineering part.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Really, I'm working in the field from last 20 years. Yes. I know whatever designs we submit to the USA or UK, everybody wants to use them. So we are tied up with the local agencies there. And we pay hefty price to them. We get the base stamping. And that is something I look forward that we should also think over getting a base stamping for the
Actually, I really salute you, sir.
Spanish.
Engineer Rajesh mentioned a very significant point. See, I just sign it, I can get money.
Yes.
Because I have a P. I have a P. One is from UK. See, if you have seen my name in the beginning, I put that, the P is in the beginning. That, I don't know, where is it? There are CH, we call chartered engineer. CH means chartered engineer. Chartered engineer, what of Dr. Having the plans. It's very significant. Dr. Rajesh mentioned, it's very significant. When you do your stamping, he pays so much just for one signature. So why can't you be a P? See, that P should be recognized in that country. For instance, you sign here, the project is in the UK, means you must be chartered. See, chartered, chartered? See, in my name I have that. Sorry, I couldn't get that. Sorry. So CNGs are very important. Supposing I sign in it's implemented in Malaysia, I should be IR. This is called engineer. Yeah, thank you, sir. I think you should do, or your juniors and start acquiring this kind of, this, what you call, certificate. It's called CH. So this one, so if you see here, see, I have a chartered engineer under the Institution of Civil Engineers, UK. See, CH. IR, this IR enables me locally because they told one day we received a letter. Whoever do not have PE, please get it in 1 year or leave the university. We received one letter. So everybody started applying for this. We had a 200 over foreign staff in our university. So some of them, not all engineers. So only this is for engineers, 980. Not for doctors. Doctors don't need. But engineers, so they started applying. First thing, Bachelor of Engineering qualification. There are senior professors from Algeria, from other foreign countries. Board of Engineers Malaysia rejected because your bachelor degree is not recognized. When I sent it, I was accepted. Why? Because I remember I took the exam in years back in the UK district. Everybody said, hey, how can you get your acceptance as a bachelor degree? Your degree also got recognized. I said, I have done exam through qualification, I am accepted. Then I went through my started engineering in Hong Kong many years back. Most of them only get in 1 year. It's not 1 year, it takes 5 to 10 years, sometimes 5 years. So it's worth taking the engineer Rajesh. I recommend please.
Another point, what happens because of this, we are losing a lot of projects. So when we talk to Australia or US, they give us a project, but when they come to the we cannot stand it. They say, okay, you do a good study, give us the model, rest of the things we will do there. So it's like lost to us that we cannot stand it.
That's a very sad opinion. Very pity because you see, you are cooking, but you are not able to eat it. You are cooking, you are hungry, but you are giving the food to somebody. That's very sad. For me, I will encourage local institutional engineers or even state governments take this very seriously because we need to be at par with the overseas. Say any structural drawing in Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, or something has to be signed by only PE. Why? PE are having the attributes of taking the responsibility, accountability, the sincerity. They have to be any legal say that goes to court. Who will take responsibility? The design engineer will blame the contractor. Contractor will blame the design engineer. Nobody takes accountability. But when we are a professional engineer, we know who's the responsibility going, who is the responsible person. I also want to tell one more thing in Rajesh. In Singapore, there is called AC. AC means Dr. Krishna has actually is the company, design company. Then he submits the project to the government. Government will not approve his project. He will tell, give me the design. So Dr. Krishna has to submit all his design from the A to Z to the government for approval. Government will send to AC. AC is called accredited checker. He should be a professional engineer, PE. So let's say I am or Dr. Mohammed Raj. The government will send to him. Maybe they are friends. Friendship doesn't work here. If he is not doing his responsibility, he will be taken to court of justice, court of law. He has to go through every step, then he will say, I need that drawing. So you can interact either with him or the government. Government will get that step of calculation. You will have to be responsible as AC, accredited checker, line by line checking. You submit your report to the government. Government will approve the project provided the AC's check is correct. This is what it happens. Yeah, please.
So regarding this Washington Accord.
Yes.
So I think we should also visit and mention the second class how they work with the health and safety now.
Yes.
So once can you read the short
Yes,
now, they will be able to get that be from India.
Okay. That's it. I think very important. Wherever I go, I try to insist on this. Why? I'm Indian basically. I know in overseas they are excellent in this. Hong Kong, I went to Hong Kong to write for my CCP, two-day examination or CCPR, you call it here. You know how many engineers, civil engineers came to attend the CPR? It was marvelous. Many civil engineers, because they conduct once a year. They have to get CH. CH means chartered engineer. It's called professional engineer. Okay, I tell you briefly since I'll ask. So this one is UK-based chartered. Those who can lay in the UK, there is a called engineering council or institution of civil engineering. You can apply here or here, and our mechanical engineers like Dr. Krishna will be applying. Chemical engineers called IKE, electrical engineers are IEEE. So these bodies, professional bodies. You send your bachelor degree, you don't need masters or PhD, they are not interested in masters and PhD. Only they need to check your bachelor degree. Then bachelor degree is accredited under this accord called Washington Accord. You don't have to worry about what I went through. So India is signatory, I told you. So what you need is these 7 attributes. Means before that, they call the initial professional development. You have to go through experience of 5 to 6 years of industry experience. If you are not in industry, you are in the academic line, still you can submit it because you are involved. To be honest, those who are in the academic, please start working with industry. I do it.
That is the language in Indian people.
Compulsory, yes, sir. I agree. Compulsory. I want all academics like to work in a department. Bring in one company. I think you have a class with I like excellent. I give you very good excellent. You please go and bring projects from the government or private. Ensure that any student interested in them inside. If they're not interested, give them an opportunity. That will help them to have IPG. IPG is called Initial Professional Development. IPG. Once you get IPG of 6 years, even I tell my undergraduate student, hey, I will issue a letter. When I was sitting for exam, CPR, they asked me, hey, Johnson, you said you were a project engineer somewhere in those years. Can I have the evidence? See, I don't have evidence because those days, no picture, no photograph, no evidence. I didn't get as last. I only have a small certificate from my superior. He didn't accept. I need evidence. So the evidence is important. So when you look in a project, take picture of this and show them. But of course, I have other evidences. But one evidence I didn't have. So having the evidence. Then after CPD of IPD of 5 to 6 years, you go through these attributes. That's what Amin says. You have to show during your chartered professional review, which is based on 2 reports. Those days, I don't know now. Those days, one is called experience report, another is called project report. Say, I work with a project of a 10-story building construction or water treatment plant. Anything you have to show. I was involved in design, or I was involved in the construction, or I was in supervising. You have to show the evidence to the engineer. So the examiner. That's what you need. These attributes, all these attributes. How do you show management and leadership? See, my students are leaders. I took them to Indonesia. I was simply sitting. Why? They were the leaders. Everything they arranged with them, restaurant, hotel, or because of the leadership. I know when I introduced this chapter to them, I see 2015, we started the chapter. Our students were given professional development. Professional development means they are professional. I don't have to do much, only signing. But they know what to do. Arranging the bus, arranging the hotel, going there, bring the guests. Every time we will bring experts like Rajesh, we will bring the experts because his experience of 20 years in the industry. Give 20 minutes in my university, enough for them to get motivated. I should become example like one day. That's all I do. Hey, don't stop. Bring somebody. Or you go to schools. This is how they get the leadership. Then the commercial ability is a very important. Say your company is bidding for a project, 100 companies knocking the door. Same project. So you have to show my company excellent. Presentation and there is because you are there. You go there. My company is excellent in this award in this project last year. So we should. That's not commercial. All these are interpersonal skills, sustainable development, health, safety, welfare. This is very important. I told you before. Many people are dying because of safety. People climb up 6th floor, they fall down because no problem. This is what we.
So yeah, how the main focus is health and safety.
Yes,
and what I want to ask is how basically what we are doing right now, we are having a structural engineering and all.
Yes,
We saw those things to our students very nicely. Okay, and Indian, we are very good at that.
Yes.
But what the main thing we are telling about the safety.
Yes.
We don't have any right now in most of the colleges we see. Even in the ITs where I take
Yes.
build classes and we teach that we take and
Yes.
so there are no nothing like that for the safety. So what the initiation, how we will go for that? That's the main thing.
That's all good.
Discuss during lunch.
Yeah, that's yes.
Maybe tell about the ideas.
Thank you.
You all learning on the sorry for that formally was that.
Thank you.